Hello, this is Kerslake, and I want to talk to you today about how to meet your emotional needs in a way that isn't going to sabotage your healthy eating plan or your health. So it can be normal to have some degree of emotional eating, but if it's something that you're doing all the time and it's habitual, then there are other ways that we can deal with our emotions in a much healthier way. Often as tiny babies, we're upset, we get fed, and so that pattern can be set up. And let's face it, we do feel better for a few moments when we delve into our comfort food, but it only lasts a few minutes, and then often we've got added emotions of guilt, perhaps shame, added to that. And it doesn't help us process that emotion in a healthy way. I want to talk just briefly about emotions and the two parts of an emotion, if you like. And part of it is in our head, our cognitive part, and that's often when we're thinking about if we're very upset. We spend a lot of time in our head, rehashing and rehearsing, and the trouble with that is that it doesn't help us process that emotion in an effective way. The other part of emotion is what we feel in our body, and this is often what we tend to avoid. And when we check in, those feelings are often, we call it the feeling line of the body, often the throat, the chest, the belly. Our throat might close up if we're very upset. We talk about having a heartache, and we can sometimes feel that physical ache in our chest, or it might feel tight. We talk about, an Aussie saying is being kicked in the guts when we've had a blow and feel that feeling in our belly. So a better way than heading to our comfort food, which often is a bit of an automatic response, is just to build some mindfulness to check in with our body where we feel that emotion, and just to sit with that. And when I first heard of this technique, I said to the instructor, I was very much type A, let's get this sorted, let's do this action. And it seemed like we weren't doing anything at all. I said, what's the good of that? But in fact, it's actually a very effective technique just to sit with that emotion as you would sitting with a friend who was upset. Not necessarily needing to do anything, just sit. But a useful question too to ask, which I talk about a lot, is just to ask ourselves, what is it I truly need? And a beautiful example of this was me today. The day had been a bit tricky. I came home, I was a bit upset. And I did that. I sort of checked in and realised, okay, perhaps I just need to go to bed and have this a little bit of downtime. It only took 10 minutes. When I got up, I was feeling so much better just to sit and be with that emotion and step off the world for a little while. Also, when we, check into that feeling, it might be that swirling feeling in our belly or a tight feeling in our chest. It can be beautiful with your tapping, just to tap specifically on that, that swirling feeling in my chest or whatever that is, to help also process that emotion quite beautifully. So I invite you to try this next time you're feeling emotion where you might normally head for your comfort food, and you'll find that you stay stuck in that emotion much less, helps that process quite beautifully, and of course isn't damaging our health the way heading for our comfort food does. Hope you found this to be helpful, and looking forward to touching base soon. Bye for now.